In this short video series, we're going to cover how to make money online with freelancing. And we're going to show you some real strategies you can use to start making a real income on the internet. And we're going to start with a brief overview of freelancing. And again, throughout this video, you're going to learn how to make freelancing a profitable business model for yourself. And it's a great way to generate side income for yourself. It's a great way to supplement affiliate marketing income. Whatever the case might be for you, freelancing is a fabulous way to earn a living on the internet. There's so many different methods you can use right now to start earning income as a freelancer. No matter how little money you have in your bank or how much money you have in your bank, you can start earning an income with freelancing right away. And we're going to try to show you how to tap into the different opportunities waiting for you related to freelancing. Basically, with freelancing is you're just providing services for other business owners. Now, when I say business owners, this would include internet business owners. So with freelancing, you're just providing a basic service for business owners. And we're going to cover what those services might be that you can offer people. And every single day, more and more and more, hundreds of people are turning to the internet to start businesses online. And they need people like you to help them. And so they're looking for people like you to help them with writing or graphics or whatever the case might be. There are people looking for it. It's what's so great about freelancing, like I mentioned, it's a proven effective strategy for earning money online in even down times. When times are even rough, there's still plenty of money to be made with freelancing online. It's very simple to do and implement, and they're basic tasks that you do pretty much every day, no matter how new you are on the internet. Some of these tasks are very simple, even very repetitive tasks that you can do to start making money with freelancing. All it takes to start making a successful side income or successful income overall online, or even a full-time income with freelancing, is focus and action. That's all it takes to succeed as a freelancer online. If you can focus your attention on the projects that you get and then take action again on those projects and do good work for people, you will get more business than you can handle. You have plenty of referrals, and the key part is finishing projects on time. That's very, very important aspect of freelancing. I'm going to cover here some types of freelancing work. One of the most common forms and simplest forms that really anybody can do, no matter if you can type or not, because you can actually speak what you're actually wanting to say. So even if you cannot type or aren't a good typer, then you can actually use a program called Dragon Naturally Speaking, and you can talk just like I'm talking. To record this, you can talk the article basically, and it will bring the article onto your screen. It will convert your words, your audio, to text on your screen within your Word document, and then you can go in and modify that text, and you can write articles rather quickly doing that strategy alone. There's some different forms of writing that you can do. It's the most common form of freelancing, like I mentioned, and it includes writing different things like ebooks. And so when you're writing ebooks, basically you're writing an entire ebook for somebody. So it could be, a 20-page ebook, a 30-page ebook, or even a 100-page ebook. And what's so great about when you're writing ebooks is that you can make a great income with ebook writing. You could easily make, anywhere from $150, $200 plus up to $1,000, or quite a bit more just by writing. And so that's very, very powerful right there, is that you could write entire ebooks for people, and you could get a project that could pay you a quick $500 that you could use, or a quick $250, whatever the case might be. And when you're writing your ebooks, what that would consist of is just creating the outline for what they need, taking the information they give you, and most of the time they'll give you the outline. It's your job to just do a little research and turn it into words and make it sing and make the good content. So you could be a ghostwriter for ebooks. Many of the ebooks you see and you buy in various niches, even internet marketing niche, they are written by ghostwriters that actually did the research, and marketers are very busy and they will outsource to you to actually create ebooks for you. So if you can type, if you're halfway good at researching, and even if you cannot type and you want to talk the whole ebook, talk the content that you've researched and found into a headset microphone, then you can create entire ebooks. The next thing is very common is articles. There are so many marketers that need articles. Marketers need articles to submit to article directories. They need articles to add fresh, unique content to their website. They need articles for their blogs. They might need articles for offline magazines. And if you're doing articles, ghostwriting articles for people that are doing them offline, you can make quite a bit more. Typically, when you're writing articles online, you could charge anywhere from $5 to $10 plus per article. I've seen $15 in some cases. When you're dealing with even offline clients, I've actually seen them say they were willing to pay $50 to $75 for just a standard 400 or 500 word article. And basically, you don't have to be an expert in these articles. You could find, for example, let's say you run into somebody that owns a private label rights membership and they need articles written on the topic of weight loss. And you may not be a weight loss expert, but there is so much information on the internet about weight loss or other niche markets, bird watching, golf, whatever the niche might be. There's so much information on those niches online that you can scour the internet and come up with enough research to write articles and appear to be an expert in nearly any niche for your client potentially. So don't let that hold you back, that you may think, well, I don't know enough about article marketing to be effective. And you can be an effective article writer if you just know how to research on the internet and use Google, Yahoo, or MSN, whatever your favorite search engine is, and research the data. You can succeed with affiliate marketing that way. Another way is writing press releases. Businesses will take press releases and they will actually allow you to submit them online for them. Press releases are basically newsworthy stories that basically have a newsworthy angle. So a business, for example, could announce that they just launched a new website. They launched a new division of their business. Maybe they've come out with a new ebook. So there's internet marketers that will all the time look to different they need press releases written for promoting their business. You could also write short blog posts, 250 to 300 word blog posts, rather short, and basically they're just used to as far as in blogging, and marketers will buy packages of blog posts for you so that they can keep their blog fresh and updated. People might need you to write sales pages for them. Copywriting, that is an art in itself. That's an entire art. But if you can become good at copywriting, you can charge $1,000 to $10,000 plus for sales letters. I've seen that happen. You could charge $500 lower cost sales letters. If you can make stuff sell with words, you could write sales pages for people. And the next thing you can do as far as writing is transcribing services. So you could take an audio like the one I'm recording right now, and you could actually sit there and type it out, everything I'm saying, and you could transcribe that for people. And you can make a nice income doing transcription. And so I'm going to show you on the next slide, we're going to cover some more freelancing things, and we're going to cover that in another video. In this video, we're going to talk about some additional ways that you can earn an income as a freelancer online. We're going to go over a few more services that you can offer to website business owners or other business owners through the internet so that you can start and grow your freelance business online. Some additional services to consider that you can offer are graphics and website design. This is another common form of freelancing that people do. You can build mini sites for people, so like the mini sales pages that you see all over the web, selling information types products. You could build those for people. You could build, put those together. You can upload them for people. You can do, basic tasks. Even if you're not a graphic designer, some people lump website design into being able to work a template. So if somebody says I've got a squeeze page template and I need help getting it uploaded to my server, that could kind of fall under this website category. A lot of people don't even know how to do basic FTP functions, using FileZilla that many people know how to do. So even just simple things like that, like setting up a squeeze page or doing whole graphics for a mini site, you can make really good money doing mini websites alone. Another thing people will pay good money for is logos, whether it's logo covers for ebooks or e-covers, or if it's just the business logos, or if it's just a logo for just a website in general. You can make good money just creating logos. And you could take courses online in Photoshop, for example. So you could look up Photoshop courses and just use the software and keep using it, and you're going to get to where you get really good at it. Just like anything else you do online, the more you spend time on it and learn it, you can become effective at it. So if you can become good with graphics, you can make a really good side income. Even if you don't already know how to do graphics, you could easily get Photoshop tutorials, learn all you can about Photoshop, and then become a graphics guru and create your own high quality graphics. You could also do blog design, so like WordPress redesigns. That's a great field, and that's something that's just going to continue to grow as more people go online, just because more and more people are learning how to use WordPress. So you could create blog designs for people. That's another tremendous service that you could potentially offer freelancing. You could do graphics for ebooks, so this would include like ebook covers. This might include like CD covers, DVD covers, anything you see, software package covers. You can create those, and like said above, if you want to learn how to do those, you could study Photoshop. You can study a lot of online tutorials on how to create these e-covers, and you can also find action scripts to create them, so that you basically just follow a few basic steps that you do, and if you're good enough and the graphic looks good, people will pay you again and again for it. Creating e-covers just takes a little bit of creativity, but it takes some practice. You definitely don't want to sell your services if you're not great at it, but it's something that you can learn even if you aren't the best graphic designer in the world. Some other things we've got, programming is another major category for freelance work. Some things to consider with programming would include things such as website shopping carts. So maybe somebody's looking to have an entire so maybe somebody with a website shopping cart might need your help customizing OS Commerce or a solution like that. They might need help creating their own internet-based shopping cart. So you could actually design and build that for them, or you could take an open source solution and work on that. Now, this is a little more in depth because not everybody is cut out to be a programmer, but this is just for those that might be, that you can actually sell your services at a pretty good rate for this kind of work. Other things might be, JavaScript, special little, actions on websites. If you're good at Flash, to create short little Flash, designs. And then basically software applications. There's a lot of marketers that will pay for software applications to be created. So if you are good at creating software and you understand software, there are marketers that have ideas, and they need your help to create the software to carry out those ideas. So if you can develop software applications under different platforms, you can make good money as a freelancer. And here's a few additional considerations for freelancing. Basic data entry tasks could also be great freelancing opportunities, and that would include things like adding content to a website. So for example, you could take several blog posts that they give you, or several articles, and your job is to add them to a blog or queue them up on a blog. Or you might be adding articles to a static HTML site, or you might be actually submitting content. And I say data entry because it is as simple as typing in the title, copying and pasting the text, and you're good to go. So it's very basic data entry tasks. This could also include adding products. There's a lot of websites out there that actually carry physical products that you would dropship. So a site that's similar to like Amazon.com, for example, with a lot of different products that it carries. You could actually just do basic data entry again. Copy and paste titles, copy and paste the descriptions, put in images. Very basic task, but you can do it to add products to websites. You could also perform various link building tasks for people. Link building is a very, very important factor for search engine optimization. So one form of freelancing, it's actually a whole nother sector that you could do. You can do quite well doing link building services for people. So basically, you can get in touch with search engine optimization companies, and you could offer to do link building services, for people to outsource their link building work to you. So maybe you could say my hourly rate is $15 an hour to do link building work, and a lot of times search engine optimization companies will bill out at $50 to $100 an hour. So the difference would be their profit. So you could bill out that way for them, and you could approach search engine optimization companies. You could also just respond to bids placed out there for people looking for these kind of jobs. And so I'm going to go into more details about how to grab freelancing jobs, but to jump into link building here, some of the basic things you could do is you could do social bookmarking for people. So you could actually bookmark different websites, different articles, different videos, and you can do bookmarking of those. So you could just do a bookmarking service, or you use a service like onlywire.com, which will bookmark it to about 20 sites at once, and then you could do a few manually, or you could use a tool like socialmarker.com that will help semi-automate the process. So social bookmarking is certainly something you could do as a simple link building task. Social bookmarking, if you're not 100% familiar with it, is basic, could fall right under basic data entry. It's as simple as copying and pasting the title of the article, writing a short little 1 or 2 sentence description, and then inserting the URL, and then inserting the keywords related to that post. That's all it is, and it's very repetitive, but it's something that you can do to make some good little side income. Blog commenting, that's certainly something that you can do for people. So go around to blogs in various niches and make intelligent comments on blogs. So when I say intelligent, it means comments related to that post that add value to the owner of that blog. And your goal is to get as many of these approved for your clients, so it builds links to them, it builds buzz into their website and attention for their site. That's what they're paying you for. Article submission. So there's a lot of automated article submission tools out there, but people will also, and businesses will also outsource for manual submissions because they feel like those are better sometimes. So you could charge, an hourly rate for this, or a flat fee for just submitting articles. Again, it's as simple as copying the article and pasting it into the different boxes. And so article submissions is certainly something you could do. You could also use free article submission software programs and actually take those programs, and then using those programs, you could actually get more submissions done, and then charge a premium rate for your time. So you could upcharge, even if you're outsourcing to a software, they're outsourcing to you, you can still make the difference as your profit with freelancing. So there's all sorts of alternatives. You could do it manually, you could do it automated, and a lot of times they may not know if you're doing it automated. So that's a good way for you to make some additional freelance income. Press release marketing, it's as basic as article submissions. You're just basically taking articles and submitting them. You're basically taking the press release and submitting it to press release websites. And so there's a lot of different ways you could go about that. Now, to find link building sites, you go to Google and type in social bookmarking sites, or you could type in social bookmark and look at the list of sites that come up. You could also go to socialmarker.com, social SOCIAL, marker MARKER, socialmarker.com, and you could use that site to find a whole variety of social bookmarking websites. You could also do, for blog commenting, you could use Google's blog search. So you would just go to Google and type in blog search, BLOG search, and when you type in blog search, type in the niche of the blog. So it might be golf, and then go to the different blogs, whatever it might be, and you'd just make comments on the different posts. And then, of course, in the URL section, make sure you put the link in there. And for the name, don't use something spammy like your keyword phrase in there. Put in a your personal name. That's going to help you get those links, which it's all about getting more exposure for the clients, and that's what they're going to pay you for. The article submission tasks, you can basically find that by typing into Google article directories, and I would use the top 20 sites, 20 to 30 sites that come up on the first 3 pages for article directories, because that means Google has found those sites to be authority sites. You could make sure you're submitting to those various websites. And then press release marketing, you would just go to Google and type in submit press release, free press release submission, that kind of thing, and you will find a whole bunch of websites that will actually do that will take submissions of press releases, so you can use that to get more exposure for your clients. Press releases are a great way to get traffic for businesses, and so it's another service you can offer. So this should kind of give you some ideas and at least get the creative juices flowing as to how many opportunities and options are available to you for freelancing. And so in the following videos, we're going to show you where to go to find clients and how to approach them so that you can start getting more clients to build and grow and develop your freelancing business. Alright, now that you know a little bit about freelancing, we're going to talk about how to go about finding clients so that you can start making money right away. And so in this next slide here, I'm going to go over several different websites that you can start using to find clients, and so you can start finding freelance clients. And in the next video following that, I'm going to take you through step by step how you can go about actually using these various freelance websites, and you can actually start getting bids on projects in literally minutes from the time you take action. So in literally like an hour from now, a couple hours from now, you could have your profile set up and already could be bidding on projects that you can potentially win and start making some money as a freelancer. So these are some of the easiest, fastest ways to go out there, because these are large websites that are already set up. So freelance websites are huge because they're huge websites. They've already are set up with the clients, and there's active people posting jobs, posting projects. There's business owners posting projects actively, and so there's other freelancers bidding. So they're very active websites. Great place to go to start finding freelance work. One website that you can go to is www.getafreelancer.com. Another great one that you can use is www.guru.com. Another fabulous site is www.elance.com. www.rentacoder.com. freelanceportfolios.com. That's kind of a site geared more towards writing freelancers, but it enables you to upload your own little portfolio, kind of like a MySpace portfolio or something of that nature. But you kind of upload your freelance projects, your portfolio, and website owners will go in there and determine if they want to bid on your project. iFreelance.com is another one. Great resource to use. It does charge a very small monthly fee of about $4 a month for the basic package, $9 a month for the other one, but you get really high quality jobs. So you do have to pay a little bit to market yourself there, but that is not the end of the world. So that's a great, not a bad fee to get yourself some exposure, get your business some potential new clients. Projectforhire.com, it's just another site you can go set up an account and you can start bidding on jobs. And then another fabulous one is odesk.com. And all these websites enable you to create an account. Some of them might charge you a very small fee. One thing also to keep in mind when you're bidding on these projects is that when you're winning these jobs, they will take some of these sites, especially the ones that allow you to set up free accounts. They will either limit you with the free account, so it's so you can't bid on as many projects, or the other restriction is they will take a percentage of what you make. So if you let's say you do a writing project for $100 and their fee is 5%, then you would actually only make $95 and you'd pay them the 5%. And in most cases that's well worth it. It is worth it to pay that fee, because without using these websites you wouldn't have found that project anyhow. And some sites will even make you pay a small monthly fee. Like iFreelance.com makes you pay a small monthly fee, but they don't take any money off each of your projects. So you can kind of figure, if you're only paying $4 or $5 to, even if it's $9 a month, and you do $200 worth of work at 5% commission, you've already paid for the membership. So so it kind of you kind of weigh and measure that. But if you're getting started off, you don't have any money at all to invest, you could sign up with the sites that let you sign up for free. But just make sure you understand that there are fees involved, because that's how these websites earn their money. Because without, they make their money by taking a percentage of the profits. They're helping connect buyers and sellers, buyers of the services, and you're a seller of the service being a freelancer. And so it's very important that you keep that in mind. But these sites are fabulous because they already are established. They already have literally thousands of buyers. Especially some of these sites have thousands upon thousands of projects that you can just log in and start bidding on. So in the next video, I'm going to show you a couple of these freelance websites and actually get in there and show you how to set up these accounts and how to work these accounts. And then after that video, we're going to go into a couple more strategies for actually finding new clients that you can start making money with as a freelancer. Alright, in this video what I'm going to show you here is how to go about using some of these freelance websites. So I have pulled up here 3 different common freelance websites that get tremendous amounts of traffic. You will have no problem finding jobs to bid on, and these offer tremendous services. And so the first one I want to tell you about is called getafreelancer.com. That's getafreelancer.com. And what is so powerful with getafreelancer.com is they just have tons of traffic and a lot of different projects that you can bid on actively. So you're going to see here literally they have over 1,000 plus projects that you can actually bid on. You're going to notice under copywriting they have over 550 projects. Under Photoshop alone they have 181. Video services 109. Web design they have almost 1,000 sites. Website security services. Link building, like those basic link building services I told you about. They have a lot of different projects that you can actually go in and bid on. If you're a search engine person, knows a little bit about SEO, there's 600 projects there. If you're into writing, you can try the copywriting side of things, and you'll notice, articles, writer, rewriter needed. This is like a very, very fresh project. You see it was just posted. It was just posted today, so you could be the first person to rush in and take a bid on this project. So this person wants 20 articles daily. Rate is $1.50 to $2 per article. So this is a project that you could possibly write. And some of them too, you got to determine if this is something that you would want to do. So you're going to notice here, here's one: article writers needed. We are an affiliate marketing company, and okay. They want people to produce 500 plus articles as needed every month. So this would be a monthly type gig that you could get. So there's one idea. Let's see here. Here's another one: need expert native English speaking writers. So payment would be $3 per 500 words. And so here's a bid for 4,500 words. That'd be for 9 articles. You could make yourself a quick $30 to $50. So there's just a lot of different projects here, and all you do then is you could just go right on in here, and you could just click on graphic design, for example. Just click on graphic design, and you can find loads of graphic design projects. And if you're looking for just basic data entry jobs, just click on data entry right there, and you'll find loads of data entry jobs for you to potentially bid on. Now here's one, easy data entry. Here's one: rewrite articles. And they give you, an amount they're willing to pay. And so some of these just determine, what your time's worth, and then go after it that way. So that's how you use some of these freelancing websites. It's just a matter of clicking around, and you'll find projects. And the great thing, that I like about the way they have their site set up is that if you were, let's say, offering link building services, you just click on it, and it will give you up to the second data. So it will show you literally up to the minute type information, like they just posted this project. Like here's one, this is a link building SEO type project. It was just posted. You could be one of the first person to bid on it. So you can just actively pursue these websites. Now when you're ready to set up your account, you just go right up here to sign up, and just create a username. Go about creating your email address. Put in what kind of email format you like, and then read through their terms and go on to the next step. For if you want to be a gold member, you would not have to pay those commissions. Plus, you get higher rankings and you get an exclusive projects to. You also get some exclusive projects that you can bid on, and about 74% of their projects are actually won by people who are gold members. So that's just a way that this site makes money. But at $12 a month, it's not that expensive when you consider the potential that you have to win more projects. And so, let's say that you're paying $12 a month and you get one project that pays you $50, you've already paid for it. And that's kind of an average lower type project. So that's something for you to consider if that's for you. You can set up a free account, but remember, keep in mind you will have to pay those commissions. And so you could always set up the free accounts, try to get some jobs, and if you're not having any success, go back and set up the paid account. And if that doesn't work for you, then go ahead and try just wait till you get a job and then buy the paid account. So but you just go through their basic form. It's a very simple, very basic website form. And just so you know how to use it on Get a Freelancer, when you have your account set up and you clicked on username, you would go ahead and just log in, and then you can come right over here to where it says browse projects once you've logged in, and this will give you the ability to bid on various projects. So you could just go right on over to a project that might interest you and just click over here, writing, let's say copywriters wanted, okay, talented article writer needed. You come right over here. Please read all guidelines. That's very important when you're doing a freelancer. Make sure you read the guidelines before you bid, and try to not have a generic bid. Try to make your bids unique, and so your bids actually stand out. So here's just kind of a list of what they're offering. Read the description from start to finish, and then when you're ready to post, just choose bid on this project, and then it will take you to a spot where you put in your bid for the total project, how many days, you put in your details, why you would be the best person for it, and then choose place bid. And you notice you get quite a few bids that you could be placing every single month, with your account here with Get a Freelancer. So if you're posting, a couple posts a day, so if the more projects you bid on, the more jobs you can win. So keep that in mind. That's very important. Now, another site I want to show you how to use is a site called elance.com, and this is just very basic, just like you see here on your screen. It's similar to getafreelancer.com. And so over here in elance.com, you would just sign in or register. So you just choose register your account, and go ahead and don't have an account, choose sign up now, and then you just follow their instructions. So you could put here, typically you're obviously looking for work, so you choose become a provider since you're a freelancer. So choose become a provider, and then choose the plan type, and it's going to give you some options. Now, Elance, if I recall, does make you pay a fee. They do have a basic free option, so it does give you some very basic things. You can only bid on 3 proposals a month, but if you go for some other levels, they give you some different price breakdowns. So their price, will start at, you see here, $39.95 for the highest end project. It gives you 60 proposals and bids per month. It gives you a lot of different opportunities to get exposure, and a lot more exposure and things of that nature. But you could set up your basic free account that will get your feet wet, get you about 3 trial, or 3 different bids that you can put out there. It does take a small fee, on the payment, and so that's something to keep in mind. So there is elance.com for you. Once you have your account set up, you can go about and start looking for projects. You could just choose up here, provide services, and under provide services, it's going to show you they have 24,915 new jobs have been posted in the last 30 days. So you see how many opportunities you have to make some money. You see they've paid out over $161 million, and you can get a piece of that money. And here's just some different projects that people have in demand. Here's some very basic projects. You have OS Commerce installs and modification type works. And so you could just choose searching for jobs, and it will bring up a lot of different, quite a few different categories for you to choose from. So there's a lot of different things here. Once you found a project that you want to bid on, just choose, click on that. They have a budget. So you notice here it's got a budget between $1,000 and $5,000. It shows here they received 29 proposals, 19 have been declined. And then you're going to go ahead and look through the project, and then you can just go through the project here and then place your bid if you think that would be something. Now notice that you could have made, if you were familiar with OS Commerce, you could have made a quick $5,000 or so on that project. And so just make sure that when you're bidding, you notice what their budgets are, you're bidding within their budget, and also beyond that, make sure that you're bidding within those projects. Now you notice up here when you're looking for jobs, you could just find jobs by searching for keywords. Now this tab here, I typed it was web and programming, but if you wanted to find writing jobs, you could just click on writing and translation, and then you're going to see over here different writing jobs. So here would be article writing, content writing, web content. So let's say you're over here on article writing, and you want to just search for article writing projects. So here's one: research and write 50 high quality unique articles. So you put in your bid there. And this, some of these are very long-term type projects. So what's great about them is it means that you could be making money for a very long time, so that you could be making money as a writer for the next 10 months, because these are long projects. So you just need to be able to adhere to deadlines, and that's some of the keys, and we'll cover some of those steps later. But you get the idea then how to go through these jobs, and submitting your proposals is very, very easy. So here's one that you can do: sign in to submit a proposal, and you can just go through again and place your bid on these various projects. And there's some more writing jobs. So if you have writing jobs and you want to post your job, you just go ahead and click on post your job right up there, and you will have your article writing jobs good and ready to go. So now that you understand Elance, let me just jump right over here to guru.com as the last freelance site I'll show you. There's quite a few more, as you saw in the previous video. And you just go over here to guru.com, and you would choose the freelancers tab. And so you're going to be on the green section since you're a freelancer. And so what you're going to do here then is you can just go through the various projects. So you could see here they have writing jobs, they have programming jobs, all the same stuff. You can find content writing, article, news, press release writing. So here's people looking for creative writing, 5 creative articles, press release needed, as soon as possible. And what you do then, if you're a professional, you would just click on register, because you have to be logged in and registered to set up your account. And they do have a free option, last I checked, with Get a Freelancer, but they also have a paid opportunity as well. So that is guru.com. You browse the projects just the same. You just use the search feature, and you can narrow it down by browsing by different categories. You've got website design and website marketing, and then you could choose refine your search, and you could narrow it down to even just search engine optimization if you wanted to, and then find just different projects related to search engine optimization. So here's some between small SEO work, 100 articles submitted, less than $250, medical equipment website, 50 PR5 plus backlinks required. And so you can just click on that and then log into your account once your account is set up. So I'm just going to sign in here, and I'm a returning professional, so I thought that's my account. Let's see here, sign in. And notice here that I'm signed in, and I can go back to these projects. So I go back to website marketing projects, and I just choose search now, and then I can go right over here to where it says revise search, and I can narrow that down by even searching by keyword phrase. So I could say I just want to find SEO projects, and then choose search now, and it will bring up just SEO projects. So here's one that you could bid on: website completion, and then it will show you a few of the details of the project. So it looks like their site is down right now for some reason. It's they're having issues. But Guru.com, it does cost slightly higher than some of the other sites to have your account set up with them. If you go with the account where you are have a an upgraded account, but it can be well worth it. They are very effective, and all the other sites are very similar. And it looks like this page now opened, but you notice here they've got some information on there. Opportunity. So they'll tell you we're looking for someone. It talks about what they're doing with their project. Provide an hourly rate, and you just go through and then just choose submit your proposal, and then you go ahead and you just would go in and submit your go ahead and submit your proposal. So that's basically how you use these freelance sites. It's all about just browsing. You notice here that there's literally thousands of jobs that you could start tapping into as a freelancer. And so it's just about, it's just a matter of taking action. And so in the coming videos, we're going to show you a few more places you can use to start getting more freelancers, and then also talk to you a little bit about how to get freelance jobs, and possibly go into some bidding strategies. We're going to cover, or excuse me, how to keep freelance jobs, and just some important factors to consider as a freelancer. Alright, in this video what I'm going to talk about is some more strategies for finding clients. And so that strategy I'm going to talk about is utilizing online webmaster forums to actually find potential freelance jobs. A couple forums that you could go to that are frequented by internet business owners and website owners. One is the warriorforum.com, and there's a very special way that we're going to show you how to use here in just a moment, the Warrior Forum in particular. But they do charge a fee to post a special offer, but you would post what's called a Warrior Special Offer, and basically you would just post a project in there, and we'll give you a visual of that here in a moment. But you post your Warrior Special Offer saying that you are offering article writing services, you are offering e-cover creation services. You come up with the service that you specialize in, whether it's SEO, link building service, whatever it is. Put a price tag on it, and it has to be a special price for the Warrior Forum, but you can make some good money doing freelance projects that way through the Warrior Forum. Another site you can go to is sitepoint.com, and again you are just creating a specific offer of services that you provide, and it costs you, I think it's $10 to make the post. The Warrior Forum is $20, but they get a lot of traffic, and you can get some good sales by offering services through them. Another site is www.webmaster-talk.com. Very similar concept. They have what's called a buy, sell, trade area, and that's for webmasters, for you to go in there and you could, buy, sell, even trade services, so that you could trade maybe SEO services for e-cover design and creation services. So that might be an idea for you. The next thing you can do is go right over to forums.digitalpoint.com, and you could go right on over to the Digital Point forum, and then what you can do within that forum is, again, utilize the buy, sell, trade area of their forum to find some fabulous projects that you could actually post bids on. The one other keyword phrase that you could search for in Google, and I'll show you this one in just a moment, is simply typing in buy, sell, trade in quotation marks, buy, sell, trade in quotation marks, and then do webmaster after it. And what that search query does within Google is that will only pull up forums or only pull up sites that are using the term buy, sell, trade, and it will only bring up the ones related to webmasters. So it brings up webmaster internet type forums utilizing buy, sell, trade, and that will give you the forums that enable you to trade or sell your services. And sometimes freelancing to do trades is not a bad idea. So you could sometimes trade SEO work for legal services. You could trade link building or article work for graphic design work. you can kind of see how that's almost as good as money for you as well. So that's something to keep in mind. So you could just do again just the buy sell trade, and then just select webmaster. So, or buy sell trade in quotes and then webmaster after it to pull that up. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this video real quick, and then we're going to open up a web browser and show you how to utilize the Warrior Forum and a couple of these other forums we mentioned. Okay, so we're now right over here on the Warrior Forum, and inside the Warrior Forum is this basically what it looks like. And what you're going to look for is either the Warrior Forum classified ads or the Warrior Forum special offers forum. So here is where you could post a special offer inside the Warrior Forum. Now, what is so great about these Warrior special offers is that you could actually post yourself a project. So you would just go to the Warrior special offers page, read the rules. It takes 30 posts. You have to have 30 posts on the website first, and you want to write good, good content for your post. But basically, you just go to the Warrior Forum, and you could just choose new thread. You buy the thread, it costs you $20, but then you could advertise whatever service you have, whether it's article writing, again, it could be graphic design, logo design, e-cover design, mini site creation, whatever the case might be. You come up with some ideas, and then go ahead and post your project in there with your pricing and tie up to your PayPal account. So you create a PayPal buy now button, and you can go from there. So you could use the Warrior Forum for that option. You could do the same thing inside the Warrior Forum using the Warrior Forum classified ads. That will actually cost you $20 as well. So that's certainly something to keep in mind. So that's inside the Warrior Forum classified advertising section. The next thing that you're going to do is you can go right on over to sitepoint.com, SitePoint, just like you see on your screen, and you're going to look for the marketplace under SitePoint. And inside SitePoint's marketplace, they actually have a spot where it says advertise your services. So that's where you could click there, and you can actually go about advertising your freelance services. So you could just create new listing, and then just log into your account. And then just go through creating your listing. So just create whatever you have to offer, whatever your service might be. And you can notice what the price is. So you advertise your services, it costs 10 credits, which is the equivalent of $10. And once you have selected that, you would go in and put in your list of services. So put in that you do search engine optimization consulting, you do link building work, and this is a site frequented by webmasters. SitePoint has tons of webmasters looking at their content. So that's how you utilize SitePoint. The other site that I want to draw to your attention was the Webmaster Talk Forum, webmaster-talk.com. So let's just browse right over here, and inside the Webmaster-Talk forum, you've got over here, as you scroll down here, you're going to see a buy sell trade option. So you notice the Webmaster Talk Marketplace, that's what it's under. So you got here sell your website, sell your domains, but you've also got right here promote your services, and then freelance jobs. So you could just click here on promote your services under buy sell trade, and you can just click right over here under promote your services. So click on promote your services, and just go ahead and log in, first log into your account, and then you could go about posting your service offerings in there if you wanted to. So go ahead and choose promote your services. And then just follow through with what you have to offer. So just choose start a new listing, and then you can go through the options: freelance jobs, sell your promote your services, It does cost a slight fee to post that, but you could also post content for sale, so you could actually create article content and sell it on here as well. And that doesn't cost you anything, so you could sell private label rights, to articles that you've written. So that's how you use the Webmaster Talk forum. The other forum that I wanted to draw to your attention was forums.digitalpoint.com. And this forum is huge. It's another huge internet marketing webmaster type forum. So you can go right over here to Digital Point, or excuse me, yeah, Digital Point forum, and you are going to be looking for, let's see here, Digital Point forum, and you want to look for buy, sell, trade. And so you notice here buy, sell, trade. And then just go right over there where it says services. You would just choose services, and then you can just go ahead and choose from there whatever service it is that you're offering, whether it's programming, design, content creation like writing articles. And then go ahead and just choose create a new thread, and that will go about getting your project posted out there. So that's where you can go to advertise your services through Digital Point. So that's another great site to use. That's the buy, sell, trade option that I was talking about. Now here's the search string you just do into Google. It's just buy, sell, trade in quotation marks and then webmaster after it. And it brought up a variety of different webmasters. So notice here's another one called Dev Hunters, DEV Hunters.com. And you notice here on their website, they are another webmaster community, and you could do, sell your services here again. So you could provide, provide your services here as well. So there's just a lot of different, different options that you can utilize to promote yourself. So there's tons of different options. Now to narrow down webmaster, you could even go webmaster forum to narrow it down even more, and that would bring up more webmaster discussion forums. Here's another one. For example, they've got a full-blown marketplace, and you could do inside the marketplace, you could advertise your services somewhere in there as well. So you kind of get the idea how powerful that buy, sell, trade option can be, because there are literally hundreds of forums, if not thousands of forums, where people are looking for people like you that offer SEO services or link building services or article writing or graphics, whatever the case might be. There's a lot of different sources you can tap into for freelance information. Alright, in this video we're going to talk about some more effective strategies for finding clients and potential freelance jobs. So the first one is to create yourself a miniature website. And so if you're a graphics, website designer, this will be very easy. And if you're just like a writer, if that's your focus, or link building type work, and you're not a graphics person, don't worry about it, because you can simply create it just on blogger.com. For free. You could just use WordPress if you want to use your own domain. You could use blogger.com, weebly.com, wetpaint.com. Another one is squidoo.com. It creates just a page for you. It's on a website. Weebly and Wetpaint, they'll create entire websites. Blogger is a blog. Basically on these sites, all you want to do is you could put a picture of yourself there. You could put a description of your services, of what you specialize in. You could put a little short blurb about kind of who you are as a person, why you do what you do, that kind of thing, because sometimes that personal touch will make a difference as far as closing deals. You could put things like maybe the pricing that you do, maybe testimonials from past clients, possibly article samples if you were doing articles, or it could be actual graphic designs, or links to websites you've designed, or links to download software applications you've created. Whatever the case might be, you can put that on this website to basically help tell people what you are. And then you're going to want to optimize those pages for keywords related to what you're selling. So like freelance graphic designer, freelance software developer, freelance website designer, that kind of thing, and use that to attract potential clients. People can find it naturally. You could send it to people through email, depending on how you're getting in touch with them, and so it gives you several different avenues for people just to come across you and see a little bit more about you. So that's another important strategy for finding new projects, because that's so important. Video marketing, that's another thing you could utilize. You could simply tap into the power of YouTube. It actually gets more traffic and more searches. It gets more searches than actually Yahoo and MSN search engines altogether. In their entirety. And so the Google search engine gets the most, but the YouTube search engine within youtube.com itself gets an enormous amount of searches every single day now. And so it's so important to tap into video. And you can do that by simply, if you have a laptop that comes equipped with a webcam, which most do now, you could just sit here and talk straight into your computer, recording with the webcam, talking about who you are, again, why you do, what sets you apart from somebody else, and maybe give them a link to the website you set up to check you out, or give them your phone number, or give them your email at the close of that video, whatever the case might be. Beyond that, you can also just use yourself talking about, just basically discuss what's going on. So, sit there and talk about, talk about your niche, whatever the case might be. Use it to just keep promoting yourself, and title it with whatever niche you're in, whatever freelance type work you're doing. So if it's freelance link building, talk about that. I'm freelance link builder, outsource link building here, that kind of thing. And what will happen is these videos themselves can get picked up in the search engines. And another video hosting site is rever.com, and you can also go to Google to find more video hosting sites. Social media networking, this should not be a surprise to you, but it's another powerful avenue for finding clients. Twitter is huge. You can go to Twitter and you can follow business owners, follow internet business owners, and then look for people out there that are website business owners, follow them and send them a direct message if they follow you back, saying this is the kind of service that I have to offer, that kind of thing. How can I help you? Send them a message like that. You could also do a search in the search.twitter.com. You could do a search for, looking for writer, looking for articles, whatever the case might be. You could run a brief little search for that. You could also go to facebook.com, set up your account, tell people a little bit about who you are, set up a MySpace page as well, and use these portals to link into your little websites that you made to identify, who you are and what you do. And using all the methods on this page will really increase the amount of freelance jobs you can potentially obtain. But there's a few more things that you can also do. Online classifieds. Craigslist.com is huge. It's one of the more high traffic websites on the internet. So you could tap into Craigslist.com in two ways. The first way is you can search the job listing to actually look for people that are looking for your services, be it web design services, article writing services, whatever the case might be. Just browse through the jobs section and you can look for jobs and projects that people have posted. And another way you can use Craigslist is to post a classified in like the small biz ad section. Post a classified talking about your services and what you do. Do the exact same thing on Backpage.com. Browse the job boards. Post a job in the service offering page. For Oodle.com, look for job offers if they have it. Make a post about your services if that works. And again, title these posts whatever service you're offering. Online classifieds can be really big. Referrals, that's a great way to get clients. Talk to friends, network with people. I know this seems like basic, but you can basically talk to somebody. If you do good work for somebody, for a client, ask them if they know somebody else that might need the services, and chances are they do. Or do good work, and by natural what's going to happen is they're going to refer you on to somebody else, and that's huge. Newspaper classifieds, that's another great way to find potential clients, is browse through classifieds in the job section and look for people looking for various jobs. You could also post your own classified talking about how you do article writing services, and this can get kind of expensive, but it's still another way you can use to find clients. And then one other thing you can do is, look at your local small businesses in your area, wherever you are. Even if you're overseas, there's all sorts of businesses out there, United States, overseas, wherever the case might be. Look for local businesses in your area and tell them this is what I have to offer you, and see what kind of things they need and want. A lot of local businesses need web design services, or they need article writing services, and sometimes they don't know they need it until you've talked to them. So that's a great way that you can start tapping into finding more clients. And if you apply these strategies, it'll be amazing, the potential for income that you can earn as a freelancer. It's all about getting as many bids and as many projects out there as possible. So in the final video in this series that we're going to cover next, we're going to go over some strategies for being an effective freelancer, and just how to get clients that stick, how to keep your clients happy, and just kind of give you a few more closing guidelines. But utilizing these sources for finding jobs, you should have no problem finding enough work to keep you busy and to grow your freelance business. All right, so now that you've learned how to find clients and how to get your business going with freelance jobs, I'm going to cover some important things to consider and keep in mind related to freelancing. One of the most important aspects is, once you get clients, it's very important that you meet deadlines. So whether it's deadlines you've set for yourself or for them, or if it's deadlines that they've set for you, it's very important that you meet those. So if they need them in 5 days, and you need the articles or graphics or whatever it is, try and you tell them that you're going to meet that deadline. Try to meet that deadline. Make sure you're trying to meet that deadline, because what happens is that's something that's going to set you apart, because there's so many freelancers out there that don't meet their deadlines and don't meet them on time, and it can be difficult when you are freelancing to do that. And so it's important to take note of being focused on your projects at hand. But it's so important to meet deadlines, because as you meet deadlines, they're going to be like, wow, this is amazing. So they're going to come right back to you. And then also they're going to refer you to somebody else, and then you'll get more business that way. So by just simply meeting deadlines, you can really maintain a good relationship with the people you're doing work with, and they will oftentimes come back to you, or they will refer you to somebody else. And so it's a great way to keep your business growing. So meeting deadlines is a very important aspect of freelancing. Another important thing is to maintain open communication with your clients. So what that means is, whether it's, through email, or if it's through phone calls, or even instant messaging, or other social networking aspects like, Twitter direct messages, or Facebook post or something on Facebook walls or Facebook emails. It's so important that you maintain open communication as you do your project. So if you have an article project and it's day 3 or 4, send them a quick email, hey, just touching base to let you know I'm at this point. Or maybe send them an email, hey, just sorry I wasn't able to get something done today, I'm going to work on it tomorrow. Or we're having a baby, so we're not going to be able to I'm not going to be able to work on your project for the next few days. I'm sick right now. I'm really sick. I can't work on your project. Things like that are really important, because you're going to find that they're not going to get upset if maybe there's a delay on the project. Like if for some reason you're not going to meet a deadline and you let them know that, they're not going to get upset. Typically they're going to just say, okay, great, thanks for telling me. But they would get upset if you didn't tell them. So it's so important to maintain your open communication, because that will set you apart again from the other freelancers. It's one of those things you can use to set yourself apart from the other ones. The most important aspect, probably a very important aspect besides meeting deadlines and maintaining open communication, is to stay focused. And that means just to stay focused and on the efforts and the on the project at hand. So if you're creating a mini site for somebody, then once you start that, focus your time. Focus, okay, the next 30 minutes I'm going to devote to just this project, so I can make some headway on this project. If it's an article writing task, say, okay, I'm not going to get up from my computer till I've written 3 of the 10 articles for this client. And then go back and go for another 30-45 minute chunk. Say I'm going to write another 3 articles. Then I'm going to write another 3 articles the next day. And if you just focus out your time, so maybe you have a 7-day project or a 5-day project, and you decide to focus 30 minutes a day, that would come to about 2.5 hours of total, focused work where you just focus on that. And you'll find that, you might get the project done ahead of schedule, which would be great because the client would love it if you got the work done ahead of schedule, and they will keep coming back to you for more work. Another important thing to do that not a lot of freelancers do enough of is ask for testimonials. Once you're done with the work, as long as you know, especially if you've met the deadline, you maintain good communication, and you just stayed focused on the project, ask for testimonials. Ask them for testimonials about your service, about your delivery time, about whatever the case might be, because that's invaluable, because that's stuff you can put up on your website, that's stuff you can send in an email to other potential clients, and it will help your business grow. And so that's very, very huge. So ask for the testimonial when you're done with the work and you know you did a good job for them, you know you did right by the client. Make sure you ask for a testimonial, because they will give you one most of the time if you ask for it. Then the other thing to really keep in mind when you are doing freelancing is to not devalue your services. And by that I mean, make sure you know what makes you comfortable to make money. So whether it's making $5 per article, if that means a lot to you, or if it's making $10 an hour. But don't work for $1 or $2 an hour. Unless you really have to, or unless that makes you feel comfortable, but it shouldn't. There's no need to starve yourself, on a project. So you need to make sure that you do not devalue your services, because what happens, and it's easy to do, is that you take on a project for a small budget, and then you have a client with a bigger budget come along, and that bigger budget client will basically they're giving you more money, so it's a lot easier to focus on their project because you have more money. And what happens is that smaller client will sit there, and it becomes kind of almost a nag for you, and so you don't meet the deadline, and then they get upset, and then they'll say bad things about you maybe. So it's just not a good situation. So you don't want to devalue your services. So you want to keep your services. I'm not saying you charge a lot for them, but you don't want to give in. So you determine what makes you feel comfortable. That's going to be between, that's a decision you have to make, is, okay, what makes me feel comfortable, or I really need the money, but it's kind of like, if you're only going to make $1 or $2 an hour when the project's done, you may as well just have done the stuff just for yourself, because you would have gotten a better return on your investment long term. So just don't devalue your services. That's another important consideration when you're doing freelancing. A lot of freelancers do that, as they get all excited and they say, man, I just want to get a project done, and they'll take on maybe a free project or a project for next to nothing, and it's just hard to get motivated to get that project done. So try to not devalue your services. And so again, the important aspects here: meet your deadlines, keep open communication with your clients while you're doing the work, stay focused, set out focused chunks of time to accomplish the task, ask for testimonials when the job is done, and do not devalue your services. If you apply all these principles to the videos we previously showed you on how to find more freelancers, freelance jobs, and once you kind of understand more about freelancing, then you are going to have no problem succeeding with freelancing to make money. It's a very viable business model, and it's a very effective way for you to make money online. So you definitely want to look into freelancing for an internet income.